Last night, Newcastle United played out a 1-1 draw with Chelsea at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. But what did we learn from that performance? It's coming up. Welcome back, it's Eddie here from Tyneside Live. Can you guess where I am right now? No, it's not Northumberland Street, Newcastle. It's of course Times Square in New York City. I've never been to New York City before. I'm absolutely thrilled to bits, I cannot tell you. This has been on my bucket list forever. And I'm here. Last night I was in Atlanta, flew into New York this morning, and here I am taking in the weird and wonderful sights of New York City, in particular here in Times Square. Let's take a little look around. I didn't think I'd bump into my ex, man. Nightmare. Yeah, so here we are, Helen and I left Atlanta about 8 o'clock in the morning. There was a bit of a delay. Got into New York about 10:30, then got the train into Manhattan, where we're staying, downtown Manhattan. You come into this place, if you haven't been here before, you just look around, you're going, what on earth is going on here, man? I love it. I wouldn't like to live here, but I'm loving visiting here. First of all, if you haven't checked out my video, which I released this morning about the fan event with Sheikh Given and Shola Amiobi, and then hitting the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, and I did a kind of a mini tour, if you like, around there. It's absolutely an incredible stadium. Has to be, if not the best, one of the best stadiums in the whole world. It's just jaw-dropping. It's incredible. Check the video out. And I speak to some Atlanta fans as well about how they feel about Miggy and what he meant to the fans when he was there and the legacy he left behind. So Newcastle United won, Chelsea won. Do I think that was a fair reflection on the match? Probably just. I think every Chelsea fan would disagree with that assessment. They clearly had the better chances. Nick Pope made 2 or 3 superb saves. They'll feel a little bit hard done by that didn't come away with a win. But I have to say, in terms of possession and progressive play and work rate and the all-round performance of the team, and in my opinion, I think the first half was maybe 50-50 in terms of who was in charge, but the second half for me, Newcastle spent most of that in control of the match, and it was really quite impressive to watch. So in terms of that, I think all in all, I think a 1-1 draw was probably just right. Of course, we'll have to mention there was special meaning for Miggy Almiron going back to Atlanta City, where he made his name. The fans absolutely love and adore him over there. They were gutted when he left. So for him to go back, he got an absolutely marvellous reception. And you could tell, you know, he was really quite emotional with it all. It means a lot to him. So, yeah, and the fact that he got a goal, pulling it back at the end of the first half, you know, and getting man of the match, I think was just absolutely superb for Miggy. He's an absolutely, you can tell he's an absolutely smashing guy. Very kind of understated and humble, and he comes across to me as quite shy as well. But the work rate he puts into these games, for me, you know, I know I've said it before as well. I know sometimes the end product isn't quite there, but give me Miggy Almiron every day, because he puts his heart and soul into playing for Newcastle United. So what did we learn from that performance? First of all, let's get it out there straight away. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Lewis Miley. How much taller is Lewis Miley than me? Have you seen how tall he is? But in all seriousness, you can tell Eddie Howe really rates this lad, especially in light of the comments he made post-match. He kept him on for the full game. I think it was the full game, and he was just, I thought he was absolutely superb for a young 17-year-old lad. He wasn't overawed by the occasion. He wasn't overawed by the crowd or the quality of the opposition in Chelsea. And he really did put some quality work in there, some quality passes. He's really got a great footballing head on his shoulders. and just sprays that ball around like he's a seasoned professional. So well done to Lewis Miley. It was great to hear as well from Eddie Howe that he's got no intention of loaning Lewis Miley out. He says, you know, he needs to stay with his family, develop a bit more maturity, develop a bit more with his football and family as well with Newcastle United, and learn from some of these excellent pros that we've got from the club. And I'm really chuffed to bits with that. And he has said as well, Lewis Miley will get a lot more minutes in the coming season, which is great. Will he be in the starting 11? Probably not. But you know, if we're playing a Champions League match on a Wednesday and on the Saturday we're playing Nottingham Forest, no disrespect intended to Nottingham Forest guys, but that's an ideal opportunity to rest some legs and put players like Lewis Miley on to get some more time under his belt, and Elliot Anderson as well. So well done, Lewis. Superb performance, and really the sky's the limit, mate. If you'd like to see more videos like this and be notified the moment I release the next one, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Of course, Eddie went back to his favourite 4-3-3 when the team sheet first come up on that giant halo screen, and I started to read down. I thought, God, he's got probably his first team squad out there, till we got to Lewis Miley, of course. But now you can tell Eddie Howe's starting to think about his first team. We're getting to the business end of this pre-season. He's really up in the ante. He wants a lot more players having a lot more game time. So yeah, again, Newcastle from start to finish played again with that high intensity, that high work rate, quick in transition, working hard to get that ball back as they do, and certainly they matched Chelsea pound for pound. But overall, in my opinion, I thought Tonali had a much better game than he did against Aston Villa. He looked a bit lethargic, he looked a bit tired. But against Chelsea, I thought he was much better and bossed that midfield, which is what he's there to do. What else did we learn? Of course, I talked about Alexander Isak in the last video, the match analysis after the Villa match, and where is the best place, the best position to play Isak? My personal opinion is I think he works better on the wing, and I think you could see clearly as that match developed, where Isak started up front again in that centre forward role, that it just didn't seem to quite work. He wasn't really creating or clearly getting some opportunities in front of goal. So you could see Eddie Howe was taking opportunities to swap him with Anthony Gordon, who I thought had a great game. So Anthony Gordon went on the left, into the centre. Isak went on the left, and for the second half they spent a lot of time swapping Isak around to see which position he plays best in. So clearly Eddie Howe's undecided. He's got this really fortunate position to have this rich crop of attacking midfielders with Gordon, of course, Isak, a forward, Harvey Barnes with Miggy as well. You've got Joe Linton, he can play up there. So we're spoiled really on what to do, which players have their best position. So it was a great opportunity for Eddie to try and have a tinker with that forward line. I thought Joe Linton had a great game. He was bossing midfield as well, but you just know with the style of player and the job that he's being asked to do that he's going to pick up a lot of yellow cards. He may get 1 or 2 red cards through the season. He is probably going to have 1 or 2 suspensions. So Eddie will have that factored in as well to be able to replace Joe Linton as and when he has 2 or 3 games out of the squad. I think special mention has to go as well to one of our other emerging youngsters, Alex Murphy, who come on when Fabian Schär got injured. They pushed Dan Burn into a centre-half position and put Murphy on as left-back, and I thought he was excellent. He looked really comfortable, he was quick, he was progressive, he was bursting down the wing, clearly very confident, comfortable on the ball, and almost scored. So he wasn't overawed by the situation either, so it's really exciting. These young lads coming through, and 1 or 2 others that come on, Parkinson. Yeah, so a special mention to young Murphy there as well. Top lad. There you have it, that's my personal opinion, my analysis of what I watched last night. I'm encouraged by everything I saw. We matched Chelsea, like I say, pound for pound, and I think we can take that confidence going forward into the next game against Brighton tomorrow. Of course, I'll be there as well. Don't forget to subscribe so that you get notifications every time I release these videos. There's some weirdos around here, I tell you. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the videos. Thank you again for all your support. Until next time, catch you later.